Hello everyone, Silvaria here, and today I did an interview with the 1.7 world record holder, Spinnaker. I hope you enjoy this interview. Alright, alright, I'm gonna start with the questions. Alright, how are you doing? How are you doing? I saw on stream.
Hi. I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I've been doing well. I've been enjoying myself. I'm also nervous, but I'm happy and excited.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright, how did you come up with these names, Spinnaker? I'm just wondering.
Um, Sorry, what was that?
How'd you come up with the username Spinnaker?
Oh, so I do a lot of sailing. I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and Spinnaker is a type of sail on a sailboat. And so I don't know. I was just thinking of something sailing related, and that stuck.
Alright. What music artists do you enjoy listening to?
I like Kid Cudi, 21 Pilots, um, and various other artists. I don't usually listen to full albums. I just kind of hop around from songs that I like add to my playlists.
Alright. How'd you get into speedrunning?
So I watched Dream a lot. Um, Back when he did his manhunts and early speedruns, and I thought that was really cool. And then yeah, I just started with 116. I did that for a while, but maybe only once or twice a week, not like serious speedrunning or anything. Um, and then yeah, yeah, that was pretty much how I got into it.
Alright. What'd you do in Minecraft before speedrunning?
So I played occasionally. I think, like a lot of people, I had like a really long break from Minecraft. Maybe it was 5 years where I didn't touch the game at all. But before that, I played some servers. Nothing really. I wasn't really into like Hypixel. I played some like Mineplex or just smaller servers as well, and did random stuff like capture the flag. And I don't know. I was never really good. Like couldn't speed bridge, or I wasn't good at PvP, but I just found it fun.
Alright. What other games do you enjoy besides Minecraft?
Well, as my username on Twitch suggests, I really like Rocket League, which is a game that I was playing a lot before I started speedrunning Minecraft. And I still play occasionally. I'm starting to get back into it now. But yeah, that's the main game I've played the past few years. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I've always played something like during my middle school years, just like something on the PlayStation, like Plants vs. Zombies, but nothing that really stuck with me the way that Rocket League or Minecraft has.
Alright. What is your approach to speedrunning?
Um, well, I like to practice a lot for speedrunning because I think although there's a lot of luck in speedrunning, there's obviously a lot that you can work on. And so I like to focus on my mistakes and I just watch my runs and see what I'm lacking in. And then I'll, practice that specific area. And I think it's important to not get tilted by RNG. Because if you're so focused on RNG, like every single blaze, you're hoping each one drops, then it's just going to be a painful experience. So I try to ignore the RNG as much as possible and just try and play well and improve my own skills.
Alright. What is your proudest achievement in MCSR?
Probably my first world record, which was the first sub 19. I was in 1853. I had been working really hard for world record for almost a year, and I was pretty close to beating Marco's world record a few times. And I don't know, I felt like I was ready for world record, but I just never got the run. Um, yeah, and so I've been grinding a lot, and it all paid off on that sub 19, which was really unexpected, but it did make sense afterwards.
Alright. Um, have you played Bedrock? And if yes, what is your opinion on it?
So, yeah, I used to play Bedrock on my phone or iPad, like when I was younger with my cousins, and it was fun. Like, we just build a house and whatnot, but never, I haven't looked at like Bedrock speedrunning or anything. Um, I don't really see the points. I think Java is just more advanced and suitable for speedrunning. But I don't know. If you enjoy speedrunning Bedrock or playing Bedrock, then good for you.
Alright. Um, what was it like to be like really close to the record after like a while?
Well, it was definitely difficult, but again, like I was talking about before with my approach, I like to try and work on my weaknesses. So even when I was like one of the top runners, I still tried to improve areas that I was bad at. Like every day, even though it felt like a long grind, it also felt like I was trying to play better and better each time. So that helped a lot with my mental game. And so it wasn't that bad. Like I enjoyed the grind to get world record.
Alright. What was it like to seeing you like right after Chazels made the video beat your 1746?
Um, oh, so after the 1746 was broken, I mean, I kind of knew it was coming, so it wasn't too unexpected. Like, New has been getting crazy fast end enters, same with um, uh, Eliotex, and so I knew a big trading run was coming, and that low 17 is definitely not the end. So, yeah, it was I don't know. I was happy to hold it for a few weeks. I don't actually remember. Maybe it was a month, but
I think it was
yeah, I
like
was
2 months.
2 months. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of time, but I don't know. Like I don't really mind it.
Alright. Um, do you enjoy being able to be like now with your status in the community, being able to be featured in other people's videos?
Yeah, I mean, I think being in Chazels or the Weekly Things video was really cool. That was definitely something that kind of spurred me on to get a world record in the first place, like months ago. I was like, I just really wanted to be in a video because that'd be so cool because I really like the way they do their videos. And yeah, that one video is pretty awesome. It's unfortunate it didn't get like a ton of attention that his other videos did, but I don't know. I'm happy with that, and yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Alright. Um, how do you feel the Pro 9 community has changed over time?
I think we've certainly gained runners and lost runners, like especially notable runners like C Skull and Marco in Fume has kind of taken a step down, but overall, I'd say it's grown more competitive, especially with trading. And so now there's a lot of trading runners who are in their own trading Discord. They're posting practice seeds all the time. And so there's kind of this trading versus tower that wasn't really around, 6, 12 months ago. And so that was pretty interesting. But overall, there's still a lot of the same people in the community. And yeah, I still interact with them a lot.
Alright. What is your favorite part of playing Minecraft co-op, and what role do you normally get assigned in speedruns?
Ooh, okay. So co-op is really interesting in 1.7 because you can have one person do an AFK tower, which is where they tower up 128 blocks about 16 chunks away from the actual tower. And if they do that, it will double the mob cap for the tower person. So you have twice as many Endermen on average. And so that introduces a lot of strats where you can have one person go to the nether and then also front load blocks the AFK tower, and then the other one does tower and end fight. So I usually do tower and the end fight because I'm usually the one hosting, and it's better if the host does the end fight because it's not as laggy. Like the blazes are still like annoying for another person, but it's not as important as like the end fight.
Alright. What is your favorite innovation over the past year in MCSR?
Ooh, there's a lot. I mean, certainly a lot from Chaos that I could think of. But yeah, I think the one block tower or CJT was pretty big. Um, Maybe not at first, but it did significantly cut down time as opposed to DMT. Dark Matter Tower, which was C Skull's supposed final version of Dark Matter Tower. And yeah, I mean that was a really big innovation for pre 1.9. And then I don't know. Also, just the Eliotex sprint thing where you can punch entities to preserve your sprint and not lose as much hunger is really huge because in pre 1.9 you have to eat a lot, and sprint jumping is a big problem. So that made a huge difference.
Alright, my next question is could you explain like 1.7 pie chart strategies? Because I'm more familiar with the 1.16 pie chart, but I'd kind of like to learn more about the 1.7 one.
Yeah, so I actually don't know too much about the 1.16 pie chart, but in 1.7 it's under game render level and entities, and what I think that's the same in 1.16, but that picks up chests and mob spawners. So when you're in the nether, you can look under that column, and it's usually going to be really small of a difference. Like if there's no fortress, it'll be zero point zero 0.02, and if there is a fortress, it'll be 0.05. So that's for the nether, and then for you can use it for triangulation too. You just have to look slightly down, just like if you're doing map lists, and um, yeah, you look at the spike, and if it spikes to 0.5% or something, then you know there's probably a stronghold. Could be a mine shaft or a dungeon, so you gotta watch out for false positives.
Alright, what is your favorite tower design over the years?
I mean, standard sword tower is pretty cool. I think an underrated tower design was Lucid G's raindrop tower, where he used a water bucket, um, like somewhere in the middle of the fall, and so that is going to give you fall damage because you're not going to catch a ladder. You're going to go into the water, slow down a little bit, and then get on half a heart. And so that saves time over catching a ladder, just dropping through the water. And so even though like if it saves zero point 0.5 seconds every cycle, then that makes a big difference. That was a really interesting tower because that was before Fall Tower was even meta. So Lucid was just out there doing this crazy tower, and everyone else was still doing Sword Tower.
Ah, it's interesting. I've never really heard of Raindrop Tower before.
Yeah, it doesn't get talked about a lot.
What is your opinion on calculators and the new pausing rules?
I don't really mind calculators. I think they're helpful for eliminating some RNG. So now you can consistently, use double travel instead of having to hit the blind. So I don't really mind. I don't lean strongly to either side. I think it's fine, and yeah, it just changes the game. But and then with pausing, I don't know what new pausing rules are you referring to?
Hang on, I'm gonna look at the leaderboard real quick. Alright, I am gamers. I believe there's something about the pause rules. Huh.
Is it just like the setting changes,
Yeah, that was, I think.
the 5 seconds? Yeah. Um, I think 5 seconds. They're probably gonna move up to 10 or come up with some other solution. But for the time being, I feel like it's not a massive issue having 5 seconds to do settings changes. Although it does incentivize people pausing twice and doing two settings changes. Um, so yeah, I think it's something better is in the works right now. So we'll see.
Alright. What was it like to witness the evolution of trading as like a terror man?
Um, well, at first I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, it's never gonna be Tower because like no one's gonna play this version, and it's really hard. You have to do a lot of running around and getting good trades, and so I didn't really expect much for a while until people started getting low 20s, and then I was like, oh shoot, this might kill Tower. So then I kind of wanted a split, or Sharpie kind of proposed that early on, and yeah, it's unfortunate that we didn't go that way, but it's all right. So now, I mean, obviously trading is meta, and it will be meta for fast times like sub 17, sub 18s. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's just that the majority of top runs were done by Tower, and so there's not a lot of trading runs compared to Tower, like top 30 runs. So yeah, it just felt kind of bad that the only few trading runs were like world records, but it definitely makes sense because they're grinding for world records specifically.
Do you
But
think
yeah, I just wish both could kind of coincide and like trading won't kill Tower. I hope.
do you think that more people would run trading if it was like a separate category?
See, yeah, I actually don't know. I feel like a big draw for trading is that you can get the Primo 9 RC world record. So I feel like if you do split 1.7 and 1.8, I think maybe trading will be a bit less popular. 1.7 will be a bit more popular because it can still keep up. So yeah, I don't really know in terms of how many people are gonna play.
Alright. What was it like to witness that like stream of world records between like April and May 2022?
Oh, that was certainly something. I was in Discord and saw Infume just join VC, and he said he got world record and started streaming, or maybe he was streaming on Twitch. But regardless, that was out of nowhere because Infume was kind of not that active, and he's just doing offline runs. And so that was pretty crazy that Teddy's run was beaten. And then 2 days later, I got my world record, and that felt great. Maybe it was, yeah, something like 2 days, and then I didn't expect my time to be beaten for a while, and certainly not by Speed, who I think hadn't had a sub 20 until that world record, and that world record being 1846. So that was a huge time jump, and yeah, that was just insane. Like no one expected that.
Alright. What's it like to like run a tournament?
Running a tournament's a lot of fun and a lot of work. You need, to organize the Discord and get staff. You need commentators, referees, and there's a lot of planning that goes into it. But you can definitely make a lot of choices that would benefit the runners. So you can do things the way you want to see them happen, and I think that's really cool. So like when I'm seed finding, I can make seeds that I know that I would like to play if I were running, and um, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You get to work with a lot of cool people who you wouldn't normally interact with in MCSR. And so like I've met a bunch of people who I didn't know before doing tourney work. So yeah, it's definitely a really cool thing. If you're ever interested, anyone in organizing a tourney, then say you should definitely go for it.
Alright. Could you break down and analyze your 1741 PB?
Yeah, that PB was my first time using wall. I had been using regular multi-instance for a while, and I just switched to wall, just figuring it out. And then I got a mediocre looking seed, a tower at bad coordinates, and the tower is what really turned things around. I left at 1330, 1340, which is by far the fastest tower leave on the leaderboard. And yeah, I knew it was good pace, even though it was at bad chords. And the stronghold was like average distance, but I was pretty happy with this run because I think in the nether I got to use blazer bed, so it was like the first blazer bed world record or 1-7 world record, which is where you blow up beds to kind of blast mine through netherrack because the fortress was enclosed in netherrack. So I pyrate for it and then just kind of blasted through the netherrack.
Alright.
And oh, it was also the first run that used the new elevator, which is Chaos's triple elevator, um, which is basically just more consistent than the old elevator, and that's how you can elevate your items and the ender pearls at the bottom of your tower to the top to the surface, and that will save about 15 seconds on average. So yeah, some new strats. I also used in the end fight something called fall tech, which I've been testing out, working on. I don't really know if it's real, but it got me some charges in that run. So yeah, it was a pretty cool run.
Alright. What are your future goals for 1.7 RSG?
Um, at some point, I would like sub 17 because that would be very close to the limit or the realistic limit, I'd say. I feel like I still haven't had that one insane run where I've had a good tower split and a close stronghold. So it's always either or. It's hard to get both. So I'm still waiting for that, you know, mid low 15-minute enter. Um, but yeah, that I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon because I'm gonna have to take a break for a while. In about a month, I'll have to stop speedrunning. So yeah, maybe at some point.
Alright. What do you think the limit is for 1.7 RSG?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's the limit for, or what do you think is the limit for 1.7 RSG?
Oh, well, like I said, realistically, it's sub 17, but in the theory, it could be sub 16. I don't know. You just need the stronghold dig, and everything needs to be insanely quick. So yeah,
Alright. Do you plan on doing push commentary for any of your future runs? Like,
probably not. I think I'm too lazy to do that, and yeah, I'm just gonna upload it like I usually do.
Alright. Do you plan on running any other categories?
Well, I tried 115 for a bit, and I kind of got into it, like just practicing and learning how to, the different trading routes, but it was pretty complicated, and then I never really got into resetting, so that would be like the next version that I'd want to attempt because I already kind of prepped for it. But for now, I still like 1.7 more than any other version, so I'm still gonna play that.
Alright. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright. Now is the segment where you get to talk about whatever you feel like talking about.
Oh, I think your mic is cutting out.
Oh, crap. Um, Now you get to talk about whatever you feel like talking about.
Um, I guess if you run pre-19 RC, anyone, and you want to play in a tournament, then you should definitely join the 1.7 weeklies. I think the sixth weekly is gonna take place the end of August, and then there should be more after that, and it's every Sunday usually. But if you want info on that, you can find that in the 319 Discord, um, or you could DM me on Discord or something. So it's a lot of fun. I'm not organizing it, but Spice Trash is going to be organizing it, and they're a great person in the scene. So yeah, definitely tune in for that. It's going to be streamed on Twitch too.
Alright. Wait.
But
Um, I think that's all I've got. I've got through all my questions for you. Thank you for coming on.
oh, perfect.
Thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. Bye.
Goodbye.